So I'm gonna have to try and jack it from the diff maybe. Don't really know where else I can jack it up from. Excuse the neighbour's dog and my voice. It's like 8 AM in the morning and had a late night, so. But yeah, try and jack it up from the diff, which is, if you're not sure, that thing there. And then this thing where it looks like it's leaking from, that's the fuel tank. That's what we need to take out today. So we need to lift the car up enough, support it, and then drop the fuel tank, which is there. Then get the little float out. I'll let you judge me for this one. So, because this jacking point has corroded so much, it's bent in on itself when I try to use it. I'm having to sketchily jack up on the rear control arm and balance. Shut the car, feels fine, and it's just a bit sketchy. Hopefully that's low enough to drop the tank, take it out, but I will need this jack shortly to, you know, lift the tank out so I don't damage anything. Oh dear, good luck me. So one thing I've just discovered, this carpet was folded over and I saw some wood here. Turns out to be a kitchen cabinet. Weird. Hopefully there's nothing severe under this then. I've not lifted this up yet. That looks okay. This carpet has never been out of this car though. Well, since I've owned it. At least not in the last 12 years. Oh wow, it's a lot of dust. But hey, free tools. Focus camera. Free tools. Yay. Unless it is one of mine. Let's crack this bad boy open now. Caffeine for the day. There was a newspaper under this sound deadening. Is there a date anywhere? 2003. Shropshire Star. Wow. What was happening in 2003? There you go, if you wanted to read that. So the reason I wanted to take all of that out is because in the video, like the clip at the beginning, where the fuel's spurting out of there, it flooded this entire area. It's mostly dried up, but I still want to get this clean so it doesn't stink of petrol all the time. As for in the tank, the reason I'm dropping it, I can't remember if I've said, the fuel float, that's still in there. Oh, can you see it? Maybe if it'll focus. Please be nice. That's not the fuel float. That's something I tried to get the fuel float out with, and the fuel float is still in there. And I also want to clean out the tank because it's filthy. So that's the reason we're dropping it, because A, I kind of have to, and B, it's disgusting in there. So there's like loads of sludge build up. It's vile. So we'll drop that tank. We've got to still disconnect this. I say we, I have to. Somehow. I don't know how that comes out. I've got rid of the rubber thingy up there, so that's there. So the rest of it is hopefully just going to be nice and straightforward. So according to the 240 Rescue, brilliant channel, go check that out if you're doing repairs yourself. There should be a crash triangle here, and that's also bolted to the fuel tank. On mine, I don't have it. He did say it was on the passenger side, and this is a UK car, so it's right-hand drive. So I don't have that, so it may just be the 5 bolts I need to remove. So we'll crack on with that. Hopefully not get crushed with my dodgy techniques. I'm going to chuck a couple of tyres underneath as well, just you know, I don't want to die today, so. Put the new wheel under there with the outrigger that I'm going to weld in. I pray to any god that is out there, please do not crush me, because it's super sketchy. It is like resting on the suspension, but you know, I can't use that, and this needs to come out, so. Safety first, folks. Well, after getting a severe amount of debris down my ear and still in my eye with glasses on, that front bolt is pretty much stripped. I could bash a 13 on it. I don't really have a bad extension that I want to ruin to bash a 13 on, you know. I like my tools. I don't mind some socket, like these sockets I've had for years, these ones here. I need to come up with a balance. It's that, or I still try and get it from the bottom and ignore all the junk in the bottom of the tank. I do need to get the ball float out there. Okay, I've had a think, and just for time's sake, because I want to get so much done today, I'm just going to try and get it through the top. Get the little cap I used to try and scoop it, and just try and get it out, because it needs to come out. And I don't really want to waste so much time trying to get that nut off, and I can't weld a nut on, like a bar on, purely because you know it's an open fuel, it's a fuel tank. I don't want to blow up, so I'm gonna do it off camera so it's not boring, and probably stress myself out, cry a little, and then go back into the car and see what I can do. That's my thought process. So in my infinite rage of this goddamn thing, I'm just gonna weld up the fuel sender, have it without a fuel level for now, just so I can get it running and moving again, and then I can actually put the ball back on. At some point I'll get a new fuel sender, but I can't get them out for now. So I don't know what I've already recorded for this, because I did it like a week ago. So this here is what's broken. This is the main, where the fuel actually sends from. And yeah, it's broken. So what I'm going to attempt to do, because I'm a cheap bastard and don't want to buy a new one for like 120 quid, I'm going to just try and like tack weld around this. It's super thin, so hopefully I won't blow through. Is this stupid? Absolutely. I'm going to do it anyway. Absolutely. So I'm going to try and clean all this surface rust off, and yeah, see how that goes. So in my infinite wisdom it fell off, but it might make my life a bit easier. Let's find out. So ignore my awful welding. I'm hoping, there's a little hole there, still need to get that. But it's such thin metal in there, but I'm hoping I've not welded through and like made a blockage in there, because then I will need to buy a new one. And I've also had to screw the ground strap back in there, up there, coming out the top. Just makes things easier. So I'm going to weld that little hole up there, and hopefully put it in the car. Update from the Volvo, we've managed to get it running now. However, with the fuel sender, she's not happy. So looks like I'm going to need to buy a new one. Although as you can see, there's fuel everywhere. I tried welding it, but it's still spraying out. Ignore my dodgy welds, that's probably what's caused it. So hopefully next time, she does run still, which is good, but we are going to need to buy a new fuel sender. Well, me being the idiot I am, there's still a bit too much fuel in it whilst welding it, and nothing caught fire. Brand new pump and the sock, so I'm just gonna have to invest in a new one, and now a new pump. So all in all, I've saved myself minus 150 quid. So sometimes it's worth buying new parts. This is one of those times. It's awful, completely my own fault. So, and that's the sock there. So completely my own fault. Should have been a hell of a lot more careful, but yeah, I'm fine, but that's not. In the event you for some reason enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. Hopefully no more of that, but next video will be this welding, and hopefully I won't make any more fires. Please subscribe.